And we'll immediately meet as the Common Council, call the meeting to order, and perform the Pledge of Allegiance. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Please call the roll.
Alderman Strelchuk. Here. Alderman Tulaco. Here. Alderman Meyer.
Here.
Alderman Hancher.
Here.
Alderman Bach.
Here.
Alderman Parrish.
Here.
Alderman Brad.
Here.
Alderman Gephardt.
Here.
And Mayor Nervin.
Here. Next up, we have a public hearing, Ordinance 2026-1690, an ordinance amending the city zoning map with Chapter 58 of the Mequon Municipal Code from R3 residential 1 acre with CGO central growth overlay to R3/TDR transfer of development rights /PUD planned unit development in connection with the development of a 19 lot subdivision on 16.5 acres immediately north of 8440 West Donges Bay Road. This was recommended by Planning Commission March 23rd and first reading at Common Council on April 14th. Is there a motion to enter public hearing?
So moved. Second.
Motion and a second. All those in favor of entering public hearing, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? We are now in public hearing. Is there anyone here this evening who wishes to speak on this item? Hearing and seeing none, is there a motion to close public hearing?
Second.
Motion and a second. All those in favor of closing public hearing, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? We are now back in regular meeting session and we'll consider this ordinance before us. Which could either entail asking a question or making a motion.
The Planning Commission meeting for this and support of it, and I believe it's the final TDR as a result.
The last one, we should
Which I'm glad about.
pop a bottle of champagne, I think. Okay, thank you. Motion and a second. Any discussion? If not, please call the roll.
Alderman Strelchuk.
Aye.
Alderman Tulaco.
Aye.
Alderman Meyer.
Aye.
Alderman Hancher.
Aye.
Alderman Bach.
Aye.
Alderman Parrish.
Aye.
Alderman Brad.
Aye.
Alderman Gephardt.
Aye.
That ordinance is adopted. On to personal appearances and public comment. Citizens wishing to address the council on any matter not on the agenda may do so at this time. If you desire to be heard on any agenda items, you may be heard when that item is considered on the agenda. Please speak in the microphone at the podium. The time limit is 5 minutes. Is there anyone here this evening who wishes to speak on any item not on the agenda? Seeing none, we'll move on to public officials' reports. I've got nothing further this evening. Are there any announcements from Administrator Jones?
Yes, Mayor and members of the council, just two quick updates. As I mentioned during our discussion at Committee of the Whole a few moments ago, we currently have a request for proposals on the street for preliminary design of Phase 1 of the recently adopted Civic Campus Master Plan. That RFP was released last week. It is available on the city website, and submissions and proposals are due on Wednesday, May 27th. Thereafter, staff will be evaluating the proposals received and hopefully, time permitting, bringing a recommendation on a contract award for a firm to come in and help us begin the preliminary design for Phase 1. We want to keep the momentum going, coming out of the adoption of the master plan, and so just wanted to give you that heads up in advance of next month's meeting. And then Memorial Day will be coming up less than 2 weeks from today. Observances are planned here on the steps of City Hall. Traditionally, the city of Mequon and the village of Thiensville have joined together to mark this solemn holiday. And last week we met with representatives from the American Legion. Observances will be kicking off at 10:30 here on the steps of City Hall. There will not be a parade, as there has not been the last couple of years, as members of the Legion Post continue to get older in their years. Following the Memorial Day observances here on the steps of City Hall, the Legion will be hosting a presentation on the namesake of their post, Howard J. Schrader, who served in the Marine Corps decades and decades ago. And there will also be a free lunch for the public to attend. That'll be starting at around 11:30 after the observances here and carry forth over the noon hour. So more details are on the city website and the American Legion Post website. Thank you.
Thank you. That moves us on to the consent agenda. We have 9 sets of various meeting minutes and 1 resolution on the consent agenda. Is there a motion to approve those consent items?
I move to approve the consent agenda.
Second.
Motion and a second. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? The consent agenda is approved. We have 2 ordinance first readings. The first of which is ordinance 2026-1691, an ordinance approving the rezoning of a 35.5 acre parcel located at 997 Lakefield Road in the town of Grafton, from the town of Grafton A1 Prime Agricultural Zoning District to the town of Grafton A2 Agricultural Zoning District and R3 Urban Single Family Residential Zoning District to allow for 1 acre parcel and approximately 43.5 acre parcel located within the City of Mequon's extraterritorial zoning area. So it was recommended by the Joint Extraterritorial Zoning Committee on April 27th and as a first reading. The second is ordinance 2026-1692, an ordinance approving a 112 single-family lot subdivision for the property located at 1306 West Pioneer Road in the town of Grafton within the City of Mequon's extraterritorial zoning area. This was recommended by the Joint Extraterritorial Zoning Committee on April 27th and is also a first reading. We have no other ordinances this evening, which brings us on to resolutions. Resolution 4287, a resolution authorizing an amendment to the professional services agreement for the development of a civic campus master plan known as Mequon Commons. This was recommended earlier this evening by the Committee of the Whole. Is there a motion to approve?
Move to approve.
Second.
Motion and a second. Any further discussion? Seeing none, please call the roll.
Alderman Flacco.
Aye.
Alderman Meyer.
Aye.
Alderman Hancher.
Aye.
Alderman Bach.
Aye.
Alderman Parrish.
Aye.
Alderman Brack.
Aye.
Alderman Gephardt.
Aye.
Alderman Strelchuk.
Aye.
That resolution carries on to resolution 4288, a resolution disallowing the claim of Samuel T. McMahon dated March 4th, 2026, related to injuries sustained on Mequon Road on November 8th, 2025. This was recommended earlier this evening by the Finance and Personnel Committee.
Second.
Motion and a second. Any further discussion? Hearing and seeing none, all those in favor of denial, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? That resolution carries. On to resolution 4289, a resolution approving a memorandum of understanding between the City of Mequon and the Mequon-Thiensville Community Foundation in connection with providing fundraising and associated administrative support for the city programs and projects. Recommendation coming out of Finance and Personnel this evening was to approve. Is there a motion?
Second.
Motion and a second. Any comments or questions? Alderman Strelchuk.
Just a special thank you for this opportunity and the vehicle for the use of fundraising for the public space, which is so cool. So without them and our community and their dedication to having a really great community surrounding them, I don't know where we're at as a city, and this cool project is a really great fit for us, and I appreciate their involvement here. So special thank you for me.
Thank you. Any other comments? Hearing and seeing none, all those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? That resolution is also approved. On to resolution 4290, a resolution authorizing execution of an agreement for electronics collection and recycling with Com2 Recycling Solutions of Carroll Stream, Illinois at the Department of Public Works Combined Facility at 10800 North Industrial Drive. It's a recommendation coming out of Public Works earlier this evening.
Earlier, Public Works passed this resolution, and I moved to resolution.
Motion and a second. Any comments or questions? This is a great thing for the residents to be able to get rid of some of their e-waste rather than waiting for the once or twice a year it happens on a weekend. I can usually never attend it, so I'll find it particularly convenient. But
Was it ready to roll?
that I don't know. I'm sure there might be a date in the report, but
We're anticipating on or around July 1st. Announcements will be forthcoming as we get all of the arrangements and the actual dedicated space finalized.
Hopefully, maybe I have a team sitting in my garage. So it's kind of 6 months. And then probably on recycling. So this is really
With tonight's approval, we'll be moving forward with dispatch. Thank you.
Yeah. Great customer service enhancement for sure. We have a motion and a second. All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Looking forward to this one. Our last resolution this evening is Resolution 4291, a resolution approving an award for the following items. A contract for the replacement of Lift Station E to Stab Construction Incorporated of Marshfield, Wisconsin, in the amount of $10,695,300. B, a contract for construction-related services to Applied Technologies of Brookfield, Wisconsin, in the amount of $812,570. And C, reallocation of $750,000 in capital funding amongst the City of Mequon sewer utility capital accounts. This was recommended earlier this evening by the Sewer Utility District Commission.
Move to approve.
Second.
Motion and a second. Any comments or questions? Hearing and seeing none, please call the roll.
Alderman Meyer,
Aye.
Alderman Hancher,
Aye.
Alderman Bach,
Aye.
Alderman Parrish,
Aye.
Alderman Bratt,
Aye.
Alderman Gebhardt,
Aye.
Alderman Strelchak, and Alderman Talaco.
That resolution as well carries. We have no specified unfinished business from prior meetings. Specified new business, there's a few mayoral appointments that escaped last month's organizational meeting and are on this agenda to get them back in service. Is there a motion?
Move approval.
Second.
Motion and a second. Any comments or questions? Hearing and seeing none, all in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? And those appointments are approved. Is there a motion to adjourn?
Move to adjourn.
Second.
Motion and a second. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? We're adjourned.